Oh, right, yeah. So the battle that I predicted would happen is already happening, and my best bet is probably to land. Well, I need to get these troops in there as soon as possible because it looks as though Tarth is looking to join in the battle. And one good thing is that we have the territorial advantage. We have probably hills, I should think, in our favour, which is something. I will land my troops in Parchment because that's the shortest route to Felwood. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to save them in time, unfortunately, though. But we'll keep our fingers crossed that no, and also our allies in Tarth are not joining up with them. Yeah, that ended badly. Okay, so our war score already is minus 19%. We have lost, I don't know, a good couple of thousand troops, probably. It's been a poor start. Slightly disappointed that I can't afford any sellswords. That would be a real boost to my levies right now, and one that I could really use. But that's okay, we'll manage without. We'll play this one smart, and hopefully we'll come out on tops. On top? On top. So it looks like the survivors from Wendwater have linked up with my allies from Tarth, which is useful, because it means I can send my troops into Bronzegate as well, and then we'll have one unified force. Which is more than can be said for the Stormlands at the moment. However, my allies aren't doing anything to march on them while we're stronger than them, which is a little frustrating. I did mention the inevitable frustration, did I not? Where, you know, I really wish I could control all of the troops, but instead I have to let the AI make its own stupid decisions. Yeah. Like, for example, they're currently waiting on those 35 troops to make it to Bronzegate before they even bother to do anything. And continuing to not bother to do anything, even though they're just camped in their own province, allowing the Stormlands to A, gather all their troops in one province, and B, besiege and capture that province. This is why I get frustrated. They're doing squat right now. They're doing diddly. Oh, they're actually moving to Langwood Hall, which is neutral territory. Oh, and I've been left behind in Parchments, so deep breaths, and we'll try and catch up with them on whatever the hell they are trying to do, and see how it goes from there. I think what they must be trying to do is skirt round the main Stormlands force. That's the only explanation I can put to what they're doing right now. We don't really have a choice but to follow them unless we feel particularly strong and want to face the some 12,500 Stormlander troops by ourselves. Right. So we're currently besieging Grandview, but what appears to be interesting is that they seem to be marching on us in Grandview, which is perfect because A, we outnumber them, and B, we have a territorial advantage. And I'm just a little worried, really, that my allies are going to like suddenly ditch me, and I'll be left to face them on my own, because they have a habit of avoiding victory, the AI. So I'm going to play this one slow and try and get my ass out of there as soon as I can, but it looks as though they won't have enough time from this point. There's like a point of no return where it's inevitable that the enemy will go into the same province as you at a certain point, and it's approaching, surely. They will get there on the 18th of August. It's currently the 6th, and now the 7th. There's like 11 days. I really want this battle to happen, because we will win, and it will be a very significant victory, especially seeing as we're on minus 48% war score right now, which is unhealthy. But it looks as though this is going to happen. There's only 4 days left. 3, 2, 1. And the battle's underway. Fantastic. Alright, excellent. We are able to do this as well, which is handy. So we're the ones on the bottom there, and it looks as though, aside from the Lord of Tarth, who has a terrible martial ability, we more or less outrank our enemies, and we outnumber them as well. So the center is probably going to be our weakest area there. It looks as though we have a huge advantage on the right, and that shouldn't be too much of a problem, but as predicted, whatever his name is of the Straits of Tarth is doing a very poor job, and in fact should have just assigned someone else to lead his troops. Although Stannis may come to his rescue once he's finished with the the troops on the right. He seems to be making short work of those guys. And they're gone. Outstanding. Alright. So you can see we have that territorial advantage, and it's really working in our favour right now. Oh, he's suddenly gained martial ability, the Lord of the Straits of Tarth. And yeah, it looks as though we might overwhelm their centre before they do the same to ours. And yes! Alright, this battle's going really well. So they've been routed, and it's just those guys left now. Oh god, they are taking a savage beating here. This has gone extremely well. I'm very pleased. And soon we'll have victory. And there we go. Alright, so we lost 4,000 men, which is huge, but they lost 7,000 men, which is worse. For those of you who didn't study basic arithmetic. Well, oh, apparently a couple of people did actually die during that battle. Like lords, obviously more than a couple of people died in that battle. Named characters, I guess. Oh, see, if I was the other guys, what I would do right now is just constantly chase them around the Stormlands and keep kicking their ass. Seeing as we outnumber them, we'll just keep them routed and lose virtually no troops while we crush them entirely. But what is going to happen instead is we're going to allow them to regroup as much as possible and just hold up in Grandview and carry on with that siege. But I'm more or less happy with how things are going at the moment, so I'll allow them that one mistake, seeing as the Stormlanders made a huge error in fighting us there. So, all in all, going well so far. Oh my goodness. Garland Tyrell has a real penchant for blinding people. It's not at all like he was in the books. Well, he's called Garland the Gallant in the books. He's the Black Rose in this. Although that's a step up from the TV series where he is in fact non-existent. Excellent, so they've found a more vanilla assassination method there, so they're going to try and poison Brienne at a banquet, which kind of makes sense, because if you think about the manure thing, if you're putting a large amount of manure underneath someone's place in like a dining hall or a tavern or something, they're going to smell it. It's not a subtle method. I'm not even sure it makes sense still. Ah, fantastic. I will celebrate with beer. Alright, so Brienne of Tarth is now dead as well. Wow, I'm really working my way through this family rather quick. In two minds as to whether or not to kill Joffrey of the Stormlands, that is. Although I think I will probably do it, yeah. Largely because, I don't know, the next child ruler might be even more despised. Oh my goodness, it's like a free kill. It's like a free kill. If you ever play this for the first time, most important thing is, if you do not want to get assassinated, and you have like a talented Master of Whisperers who despises you, get a different Master of Whisperers. It's not worth it. Excellent, so we have won the Siege of Grandview. On the downside, it appears as though our love affair with our own wife has broken down. Kind of makes sense. Stannis has other problems to deal with right now, but one irritating thing that seems to be the case is that my allied troops won't follow my army. I'm guessing that's because it's smaller than theirs, which is unfortunate, because if I was able to control them, I would know what to do. You know, I'd probably be able to win this war, but that's fine. We're certainly making some gains as we're besieging Grandview there. The only downside is that they're probably going to be capturing our own territories in the meantime, which is going to prolong this war. Making some progress, it's about halfway through the siege. Probably going to have to try and take back Amberley once we've conquered both the secondary castle and the city as well. So I'm quite tempted to... I've just scraped together enough gold to hire a sellsword company, and so I think I will raise one of those, as I already have done. And we'll send them along to help out. Excellent, so we've captured Lion's Rest, which is the secondary castle in Grandview, and now we just have to capture the city, and then we'll be able to attack the Stormlands levies, hopefully, that are besieging Amberley at the moment. War score is currently at 0%. The battle that we lost initially has been cancelled out by our territorial acquisitions. Ah, Now, one small problem is that we have run out of money. Hopefully my sellswords will stick around. I really should have planned ahead with this. That's kind of my bad, I guess. But we'll see. It might not be a huge issue. They might take a check, so we could be alright.